Nigerians lambast Plateau Governor Muftwang for attending Tinubu's house party in Lagos amid killing of 150 people by terrorists. Also, the chairman of Bakin Ladi local government area, Danjuma Dakil, said that the death toll from the attacks in the area had risen to 30 from 17 as earlier reported. Nigerian netizens on X, formerly Twitter, have tackled Plateau State Governor Caleb Muftwang for attending a house meeting or a house party organized by President Bola Tinubu amid the killing of 150 people in his state during the weekend by terrorists. Sahara reporters earlier reported how the chairman of Boko's local government area in Plateau State, Monday Kassa, said that the death toll from the multiple attacks on communities in the local government area had risen to 125. Also, the chairman of Bakin Ladi local government area, Danjuma Dakil, said that the death toll from the attacks in the area had risen from 30 to 17, to 30 from 17 had earlier reported. Kassa, who confirmed the latest death toll update on the phone with newsmen, said up to this moment that our people are still in the bush searching for the missing ones. Interesting. And of course, a lot of comments from former Twitter users who are now on the platform called X. And one user says, this guy just lost over 100 people massacred in his state and left all that to do Ogasa to Mr. Tinubu. Now, where my issue is and my problem is that we're talking. And realistically, we're having conversations. At this point, it's basically like gossip on a social media platform. That's what it is. And I don't think anything else would change. Nothing changes. We're going to discuss this, and we can't be surprised. I think we need to evolve in our level of conversations, because at this point, the conversations are getting boring, repetitive, and emotional. Major emphasis on emotional. We are having emotional conversations, and we need to move from that. As I say, Nigerians can be quite sentimental. Now, discussing these things does not mean that we do not show empathy or that we don't understand the impacts on society and on families and also on individuals. The point is, having conversations like this, like we have built a society, and I say we because we are all collective and we're part of it. We have built a society that is highly irresponsible. Right? So, and this has started from our span of control, be it in your families, in your schools, your businesses, and your own life within your own geographical space. So, we have honestly built irresponsibility. And this can be highlighted in other social issues that we have with families, irresponsible fathers, irresponsible mothers, that kind of thing. So, when as a society we have not built a mindset, or we have even emboldened a society that is full of impunity and lack of accountability, how do you expect, right word is expectation, how do you expect somebody at the top with power to do the exact same? Now, these people in power have proven to you time and time again, it is even countless, that these people in power, they don't care. There is no sense of, I guess, shame or responsibility to hide their mess. So how do you expect that these people would go to a party? And again, and you have to understand, within their own influence and their industry or their political space, Tinubu is not just anybody. So these people have shown you that they prioritize power, money, and themselves, and not the people. So whatever they will do to advance, it's in our behaviors. You see that these politicians will not care about their leadership during their tenure, and then when it comes to voting and when it comes to elections, the next thing, they're on the people's necks and trying to prove and trying to do the most to gain votes. So these people have proven that they are all about their own needs. They're about chasing their own needs. So it's baffling how we are talking about this with shock or with annoyance or even with emotion, because where do we start from? We have talked and nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. At this point, I don't even understand how I don't even understand how all this can change when the way we think as a people, we lack accountability. So it's like, as I'm saying, the conversations we should have should sway from emotion. We can't be emotional. Say, can you imagine? People have died and he's going to this. Are you serious? Do you want to recall the amount of things or the amount of times where, humanitarian issues will come up where more than anything, you're expecting that, that bit of responsibility from the leaders to say, this is what is happening, that is what is happening. Not just a speech trying to say, I'm sorry, I apologize for all this, but a policy or a network or a regulated system in place where we can actually tackle issues. Because saying that, oh, our boys are finding them, are trying to find them, it's like, it's embarrassing, because given where the world has gone, how developed technology, has, and how it's grown, you have that, for example, with America, perfect example. If their citizens are stuck anywhere in the world, regardless, those citizens are coming out. Those people could be in the midst of other citizens of other countries, but if an American citizen, they have proven time and time again that they would deploy, not just we are deploying helicopters or we are deploying, top members or top individuals in the security system. No, they're deploying an effective system to rescue. And that is basically what we should be doing in this case. But we are falling short where we don't even have an effective system to rescue. And what we're hearing as a solution is, my boys are looking for them in the bush. Excuse me? Like, if you look at efficiency, if you look at effectiveness of that kind of system to actually get results meaning finding these individuals as fast as possible and making sure they get the care that they need. What impression does saying my boys are going to find them in the bush, what does that give?